Your garden is under attack right now and you don't even know it. Pests are invading, your soil is depleting, and your plants are screaming for help. Here's the truth Big Garden won't tell you. You've been wasting money on chemicals when Mother Nature already designed the perfect system. I'm about to show you plant combinations that will double your yields, eliminate pests naturally, and save you hundreds of dollars. If you don't learn these combinations, you're throwing money into the ground. Smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss another money-saving breakthrough that could mean the difference between harvest failure and garden paradise. Hey, garden warriors, welcome back. And if you're new here, you just found the video that's going to change everything. Turn on those notifications because I drop these secrets every week, and the gardeners who miss them are still battling aphids while we're harvesting like crazy, the power couple that'll make you question every tomato you've grown alone. Tomatoes and basil together are a gardening miracle. Plant basil around your tomato base, and the natural oils repel hornworms, aphids, and whiteflies, the three demons destroying harvests from Florida to Washington. Here's where it gets wild. Tomatoes grown next to basil produce more flavorful fruit because basil's aromatic compounds influence the tomato's essential oils. Your spaghetti sauce just upgraded before you even added the basil. Space basil 6 to 8 inches from the tomato stem, give both full sun and water consistently. The biggest mistake is planting basil too late. Get it in the same day as your tomatoes. Here's the kicker. Prune your basil regularly and it releases even more protective oils, creating an invisible force field around your tomatoes. Which companion combo are you most excited to try? But that's just the beginning of what's possible when you pair the right plants together. Let me show you another ancient combination that's been proven for thousands of years. Everything you know about this is about to change. Corn, beans, and squash don't just grow well together by accident. This is ancient indigenous wisdom that's been feeding families for 3,000 years. Corn grows tall, providing a natural trellis for pole beans, doubling your harvest from the same space. The beans pull nitrogen from the air and deposit it into soil, feeding the nitrogen-hungry corn. Squash spreads along the ground, creating living mulch that blocks weeds, retains moisture, and keeps soil cool during brutal summer heat. Plant corn first in clusters 12 inches apart. When corn hits 6 inches, plant 4 to 5 bean seeds around each stalk. Finally, plant squash around the perimeter with 3 feet spacing. Here's what pros don't want you to know. This reduces fertilizer needs by 70% because beans manufacture nitrogen for free. Have you tried the Three Sisters, or are you still wasting space? Now, if you think those combinations are powerful, wait until you hear about the plant that protects literally everything in your garden. Most gardeners hate me for saying this, but marigolds are the most underrated plant in American gardening. These powerhouses release alpha-terphenol from their roots that annihilates nematodes, those microscopic worms attacking tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. The strong scent repels aphids, mosquitoes, and rabbits. French marigolds work best for nematode control, while African marigolds are perfect for borders and pollinators. Plant marigolds throughout your garden between rows and around valuable crops. They love full sun, tolerate poor soil, and bloom from late spring until frost. The secret: deadhead regularly, and they'll produce more flowers, more scent, and more pest protection all season. Speaking of underground protection, let me show you 2 root vegetables that have each other's backs in the most incredible way. Wait until you see what happens when you pair these underground champions together. Carrots and onions solve one of the biggest problems American gardeners face: carrot fly and onion maggots. Onions release sulfur compounds that mask the sweet scent of carrots, completely confusing carrot flies. Meanwhile, carrots emit chemicals that repel onion flies, creating mutual protection beneath your soil. Plant them in alternating rows or mixed together, spacing carrots 2 inches apart and onions 4 inches. Both need loose, well-drained soil and full sun. Here's the bonus. Onions are ready weeks before carrots, so when you pull those onions, you're automatically thinning and aerating soil for your carrots to expand. Don't skip this part. It could save your entire root crop. Are you already growing carrots and onions, or is this combo brand new to you? And while we're talking about brilliant defense strategies, here's one that'll completely change how you think about protecting cucumbers. Here's what the pros don't want you to know about protecting cucumbers without spraying a single chemical. Nasturtiums are the ultimate trap crop that sacrifices themselves to save your cucumbers. Aphids absolutely love nasturtiums and will choose them over cucumbers every time, which means while aphids are partying on nasturtiums, your cucumbers are producing like crazy. But there's more magic happening. Nasturtiums also repel cucumber beetles, squash bugs, and whiteflies with their peppery scent. Plant nasturtiums around the perimeter of your cucumber patch or intersperse them throughout. Both love warm weather and consistent moisture. Nasturtiums prefer slightly poor soil. Perfect because cucumbers are heavy feeders. The flowers are edible with a spicy kick, and you're getting pest control and food from the same plant. Here's the mind-blowing part. Nasturtium roots release compounds that suppress soil-borne diseases affecting cucumbers. You're getting above-ground and below-ground protection simultaneously. Have you ever used trap crops, or is this strategy completely new? Now let's talk about solving one of the most frustrating summer problems every gardener faces. If you've ever struggled with lettuce bolting in summer heat, you're not alone. And I'm about to change your entire lettuce game. Plant lettuce in the partial shade of tall flowers like zinnias, cosmos, or sunflowers, and watch your harvest window extend by weeks. The flowers create dappled shade that keeps lettuce cool, preventing that bitter taste and premature flowering that ruins summer crops. Zinnias and cosmos attract beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings that devour aphids. Space flowers on the south or west side of lettuce beds to provide afternoon shade when temperatures peak. This technique works brilliantly in zones where summer heat is intense. Here's the secret timing. Plant lettuce first, then add flower seeds 2 weeks later, so everything matures together. Which leafy greens do you struggle with most in summer heat? But here's a combination that not only protects your crops, but makes your garden absolutely stunning at the same time. Everything you know about companion planting is about to get flipped because nobody talks about this powerful combination. Peppers and petunias create a pest-repelling powerhouse. Petunias contain natural insecticide in their tissues that repels aphids, tomato hornworms, asparagus beetles, leafhoppers, and squash bugs. Plant petunias around pepper bases and watch pests avoid the area. Both love full sun and warm temperatures, making them perfect partners from Texas to New Jersey. Petunias need regular deadheading to keep blooming, releasing more protective scent. The bonus is your pepper patch becomes this gorgeous, colorful display that looks ornamental while secretly being a high-producing food forest. Here's what master gardeners know. White and light-colored petunias work best for pest control, possibly because they're more visible to beneficial insects. This combination reduces pest damage by 60% without any sprays. And if you think peppers and petunias are smart, wait until you see how herbs transform your entire brassica game. If you're growing cabbage, broccoli, or kale without aromatic herbs nearby, you're inviting pests to an all-you-can-eat buffet. The cabbage family gets destroyed by cabbage worms, aphids, and flea beetles. But here's the secret. Plant thyme, sage, rosemary, or dill around your brassicas and watch those pests disappear. These herbs release volatile oils that mask the scent of cabbage plants, making them invisible to pests. Thyme and sage are perennial in most of the U.S., so you plant once and they protect year after year. Dill attracts parasitic wasps that lay eggs inside cabbage worms, turning your garden into biological warfare. Space herbs 12 inches from cabbage plants and give all full sun. Here's what nobody tells you. These herbs actually improve the flavor of your brassicas. Your coleslaw just got an upgrade. Are you tired of picking cabbage worms off your plants every day? Now let's move to something sweeter and see how one simple plant can transform your entire berry patch. Wait until you see what this blue-flowered powerhouse does for your strawberry patch. Barrage is the secret professional growers use but backyard gardeners ignore. Barrage attracts pollinators like crazy, and more pollination means bigger, sweeter strawberries. But there's more. Barrage has a deep taproot that mines minerals from deep soil and brings them up where shallow-rooted strawberries can access them. Free fertilizer service running 24/7, plant borage at patch edges or intersperse throughout. It self-seeds aggressively, so you plant once and it returns year after year. The flowers are edible and taste like cucumber. Here's the mind-blowing fact. Strawberries grown near barrage have higher mineral content and better disease resistance. Nutritional enhancement and pest protection from one plant. When was the last time your strawberries actually tasted like strawberries and not cardboard? And speaking of protection, here's a combination that turns your ornamental garden into a productive powerhouse. Here's what the pros don't want you to know about protecting roses naturally. Garlic planted around roses prevents black spot, aphids, and Japanese beetles. Garlic releases sulfur compounds that act as natural fungicide, stopping black spot before it starts. The strong scent repels aphids and Japanese beetles. Plant garlic cloves in fall around rose bases, spacing 4 to 6 inches apart. In spring, garlic grows alongside roses, and by summer, when you harvest garlic, your roses are thriving. Both love full sun and well-drained soil. You get garlic harvest and healthy roses from the same space. This works in zones 3 through 9, covering most American gardens. Here's the secret. Plant hardneck garlic in cold climates and softneck in warm climates. Your rose garden just became a productive food garden. Do you struggle with black spot every year? Now, if you're working with limited space, this next combination is going to absolutely blow your mind. If you've struggled with small spaces, this combination will blow your mind. Radishes and spinach create the perfect succession planting system. Radishes mature in 25 to 30 days, exactly when spinach needs more room. When you pull radishes, you're automatically thinning spinach without extra work. Both love cool weather and can be planted in early spring or fall. Radishes break up compacted soil, making it easier for spinach roots to penetrate deeper. Plant mixed or in alternating rows, spacing radish seeds 1 inch apart and spinach 2 inches. Here's what master gardeners know. This extends harvest window because you're eating radishes in 4 weeks, while spinach produces for months. 2 crops from 1 planting effort. But wait, there's more genius happening when you combine perennials with annuals in ways most gardeners never consider. Don't skip this part, because this combination is pure genius most gardeners never discover. Asparagus and tomatoes are the ultimate perennial annual power duo. Asparagus releases compounds that repel nematodes attacking tomato roots, while tomatoes emit solanine that deters asparagus beetles. Mutual protection underground and above ground simultaneously. Plant tomatoes between asparagus rows after harvest is done in late spring. The asparagus ferns provide light shade that helps tomatoes during hottest summer days. Here's the mind-blowing part. This has been used for over a century by market gardeners who knew how to maximize space and minimize pests. Spring asparagus and summer tomatoes from the same bed. Have you thought about intercropping perennials with annuals? And if you want to take vertical gardening to the next level, this combination will revolutionize your entire approach. Everything you know about vertical gardening is about to change because sunflowers are the forgotten trellis that costs almost nothing. Plant pole beans around sunflower bases and watch them climb those massive stalks. Sunflowers grow fast and stronger than corn, providing support earlier. The beans fix nitrogen that feeds sunflowers, creating bigger seed heads and stronger stalks. Space sunflowers 12 inches apart, then plant 4 to 5 bean seeds around each when it reaches 12 inches tall. Here's what master gardeners know. This works even better than corn and beans because sunflowers have thicker stalks that don't break in wind. Ready to turn your garden into a vertical jungle? But I saved the absolute best for last, and this one is going to change how you approach cool season gardening forever. I saved the absolute showstopper for last. Cilantro and spinach together create the perfect cool season pairing that extends harvest by weeks. Cilantro attracts hoverflies and parasitic wasps that destroy aphids before they touch spinach. Spinach provides ground cover that keeps cilantro roots cool, preventing premature bolting. Plant them mixed or in alternating rows in early spring or fall. When cilantro bolts, those flowers become a pollinator magnet that keeps beneficial insects patrolling your spinach. You're eating cilantro leaves early, then harvesting coriander seeds while spinach keeps producing. Both are fast-growing, so succession plant every 2 weeks for continuous harvest. Which of these combos are you planting this weekend? Look at what we just uncovered. Tomatoes and basil creating flavor-enhanced fruit. The 3 sisters feeding families for 3,000 years with zero fertilizer. Marigolds protecting everything. Carrots and onions guarding each other underground. Cucumbers and nasturtiums in mutual defense. Lettuce thriving in flower shade. Peppers and petunias eliminating 60% of pest damage. Cabbage protected by aromatic herbs. Strawberries and barrage boosting nutrition. Garlic saving roses, radishes and spinach maximizing small spaces. Asparagus and tomatoes sharing territory. Beans climbing sunflowers. Cilantro and spinach extending harvests. This is the foundation of a resilient food system that works with nature. When you implement companion planting, You're joining thousands of years of gardening wisdom that understood plants are stronger together. Your garden becomes a community where every plant has a role, and you're growing more food with less work and fewer chemicals. This is how we build food security, one garden at a time. Drop a comment right now and tell me which combination you're most excited to try first. If this video changed your entire approach to gardening, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because next week I'm revealing the companion planting mistakes that are costing you harvests. Your garden revolution starts today. Let's grow something amazing together.